Mastering active voice, from passive to active in a snap. Hello, language learners. Today we're going to take a deep dive into the world of English grammar and specifically focus on converting passive voice to active voice. It's an important skill to have as it can help you add variety to your writing and speech. So, let's get started. First things first. What is passive voice? Passive voice is when the subject of a sentence is the recipient of the action, rather than the doer. For example, the cake was eaten by the kids is a passive sentence. Here, the subject, the cake, is being acted upon by the kids. Now, let's look at active voice. In active voice, the subject performs the action. So, if we convert our previous passive sentence into active voice, it will become, the kids ate the cake. Notice how the kids, the doer of the action, is now the subject of the sentence. The key to converting passive voice to active voice is to identify the subject, the verb, and the object in the sentence. Here are the steps. 1. Identify the subject. In passive voice, the subject is usually the receiver of the action. It's the cake, in our example. 2. Find the verb. This is usually a form of be, is, am, are, was, were, followed by a past participle, eaten, taken, seen, etc. In our example, was eaten, is the verb. 3. Locate the doer of the action. This is the entity that is actually performing the action. In passive sentences, it is typically found in the by phrase. In our example, the kids are the ones doing the eating. 4. Rearrange. To convert to active voice, make the doer of the action the subject of the sentence, followed by the verb, usually just the past participle from the passive voice verb without be, and then the original subject. So, the cake was eaten by the kids becomes, the kids ate the cake. Let's try converting the following passive sentences to active. 1. The letter was mailed by Sarah. 2. A beautiful song was sung by the choir. 3. The results were announced by the principal. Take your time and remember the steps we went over. And that wraps up our lesson on converting passive voice to active voice. With a bit of practice, you'll get the hang of it in no time. Remember, the more you practice, the easier it gets. See you in the next video. Happy learning!